Well, my name is Coach Voris. I am the defensive line strength conditioning coach at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. And today I'll be going over a little bit of defensive line fundamentals, kind of what we teach at Stevens Point. This is my credo that I give to my defensive linemen, just to give them that attitude, to know that this is one of the hardest positions on the field, and you got to have an attitude about you to go out every down and every day and get better, and physically oppose your will on your opponent. Okay? This is something that I got from the military and just kind of doctored myself. This is my coaching philosophy. My philosophy is you got to have belief in your own abilities and in yourself, first and foremost. Second thing is discipline. You got to be very disciplined. You got to be very teachable. You got to have good intensity and intent on every rep, and you got to be selfless and unselfish. So you go into that. It's not about you. It's a team sport. You're going to do what you can to make the team better and do it to your best abilities. Obviously, you got to have good enthusiasm coming in and out of practice every day. It's a grind. Camp's definitely a grind. And then going into the season, it's more of a grind. 10 weeks of straight getting your head bashed in on the D-line. It's difficult. So you got to have good enthusiasm. Focus on academics. I mean, if you're not eligible, you're not going to be able to play, and I need you there, obviously. And communication is another big piece in my philosophy. Being able to communicate with me, other coaches, and most importantly, your other teammates, to be on the same page on the field, off the field. Then obviously honing in on your athletic ability, getting better with things that you are deficient with, and then become the best athlete you can be. Being organized in meetings for school, for football, whatever, okay? And having good goal sets. Being able to set goals that are achievable throughout the season, throughout your everyday life, and just living that way to really maximize yourself. And then the last thing, my philosophy is you got to have a want to. If you don't want to be here, I don't want you there. Okay. And one thing I preach almost every day is we'll set the tempo by attacking our opponents. Be the hammer, not the nail. Okay? That's a big thing I like to say to my guys every day. My D-line emphasis, think positively. I like to stress the fundamentals. You got to be professional at all times. Be loyal. Be very disciplined. Be dedicated to your craft and the team. Be consistent with every rep. Try to be consistent with every rep. Demand respect from your play. And have 100% effort 100% of the time. No plays off. Obviously have enthusiasm for yourself and the team. Focus on academic excellence, and make sure you represent your school with pride. When you wear those colors, you're not only representing yourself, you're representing everyone else who wears those colors. The goals that I set, obviously being fundamentally sound, focusing on stance, your strike with quick hands, good hand placement, and having great feet. That's the big part of it. Be as knowledgeable as you possibly can. That comes from film work. That comes from being diligent in our meetings with note-taking. It comes from really focusing in on what your keys, what your reads are, and what kind of steps you need to take for each one. Okay? And always give great effort. Like I said already, I want you going 100%, 100% of the time. 10 commandments I like to give to our guys for defensive line play is obviously number 1 is alignment. Number 2 is assignment. And number 3 is stance. So in certain situations, you'll be in a different stance, but majority of the time, you're going to be 3-point stance. These 3 are the 3 most important. If you don't know your alignment, if you don't know your assignment, you don't know what kind of stance you're going to be in, you're going to be in a bad spot. Okay. Number 4 would be your get off, reacting to the snap. Number 5 would be seeing your keys and reading and reacting. Number 6 would be hands, having good hand placement. 7, separation, creating extension. 8, get off, escaping, defeating the block. 9, pursuit. 10, tackle. Okay. Most important things as a defensive lineman, as a defender in general. Okay, defensive line techniques. Stance, we're going to go 3-point stance, feet shoulder width apart. It's going to be a toe to instep, toe to heel stagger, whatever's more comfortable for you. Foot closest to the man and or gap, respectfully, is back. Hand closest to the man is down. Weight forward, down. You want to distribute your weight on the balls of your toes, 60% of your weight coming forward, just so you have that good lean coming forward and 40% back. So you definitely have, when you get off, you have all your momentum coming forward. Okay. Obviously, the alignment, defensive end, depending on if there's a tight end or not, playing a 5-tech, responsible for C-gap. Defensive tackle on a 4-man front, usually called 3-tech. It's going to be responsible for a B-gap. Our nose tackle, or whatever you want to call him, is aligned either heavily on the center, right there, heavy shade, or in a 2-eye, depending on back set. And my guys will know that depending on what we're running. So it's big emphasis on where the bubble is, and helps with that for sure. Base techniques, you're going to keep the man in front of you. Eyes on target. You're going to target near hip to knee. The hip's going to tell you where he's going, either left, right, coming straight at you. It's going to start going backwards. That knee is going to tell you if it's pass or run. So if there's a knee coming at you after you see the hip going a direction, it's some sort of run block. If it's the knee coming back, there's some sort of pass drop going on there, and you can adjust your steps accordingly. Hands, I'm having you look for the V of the neck with the inside arm, and the tricep area with the outside arm, always keeping thumbs up, just like this. Have your hands close, as if you had handcuffs on, and striking with force, okay? Working half the man. I can't emphasize that enough. Half the man, half the man, okay? And hips and hands move first, across the line of scrimmage, power step, start and taking care of you, okay? So reads, I kind of told you what the reads are. They're keying that hip of the guy in their gap to the knee. Depending on the blocking scheme is, they'll react accordingly. Got distance. No tendencies from film work and scouting reports of the guy that you're across. You gotta know basically from what you broke down yourself, what you're gonna see first down through third down and even fourth down. Okay, what kind of stuff they like to run in certain situations, certain parts of the field. Okay, starts, get offs. Obviously, I said 3-point stance. It's an aggressive get off. You're flying off as hard as you can. Trying to get really good hand placement, being explosive, creating that full extension with your arms. Okay, steps. That first step's that power read step, 6-inch up and down. Powerful, slightly forward. You're going to dig into the ground, creating force from the ground. And that second step, it's going to be directional step. It's going to take you wherever that hip is taking you. You're going to adjust accordingly with that second step. And body positioning, I always want you to be lower than the guy that you're in front of, having good leverage with that extension, and it'll put you in a nice 45-degree angle. You'll be able to pull whatever moves are needed to separate from the man and get in the backfield. Okay, so one thing I like to emphasize a lot to my defensive linemen is do the usual unusually well. Okay, so 3 key elements you might possess to do the usual unusually well is outstanding character, which is crucial for every part of life. You have good character, you're going to excel in life. Okay, demonstrate and commit to excellence. If you want to be excellent, you got to do everything excellent. Everything that you do has got to be focused on, is this the best I can do? is this going to make me and everyone I'm associated with proud? Okay. And then master the fundamentals. Every little thing counts. It's not a game that is won by huge plays majority of the time. It's little things that win games. Correct fundamentals. Winning in the trenches is huge. It's a big deal for defensive linemen. If you have good fundamentals, you're going to win majority of the time. Pass first principles. Like I said earlier, you got to have an attitude. That's what that credo is for. An attitude that no one's going to beat me. Coming off the ball, with all the work that you did with film and all the stuff that we did throughout the week, knowing that you're going to beat him, and having answers for what you've seen from other games. Keying the ball, you got to be able to key the ball and get off as fast as you can, go full speed, high intensity, and a lot of desire to get that ball. Obviously working half the man, hands on, grab cloth if needed, get off as fast as possible. Trust the technique. I'm not teaching it for no reason. Trust it, use it. Know what your body positioning is and what his body positioning is and what you can use off of that, okay? Drive to the quarterback, collapse that pocket, that cage that people call, know your rush lanes, and make sure that you're hitting that move and expanding his hips opening. You're hitting that move within the first 3 to 4 steps, okay? And then obviously finish on the ball, attack that quarterback, rip his head off, whatever terminology you need for that. But go get that ball. Okay, fundamentals of it. Obviously, you got to be quick and decisive. Know what your initial move is. Have a counter off of it. Have a counter off of that. Okay, the chess match every down between offense and defensive linemen. And what gives you the advantage is that most offensive linemen do very similar stuff because it's scheme. So you're going to see similar stuff week to week, and you're going to have answers for it week to week. So you'll be able to excel with that and build off of different things that you've done through what you've seen. So film work is very crucial with the fundamentals with that. Keep the eyes on the pass rusher. As a pass rusher, keep your eyes on that hip, knowing how he's going to open up, how he's setting, and adjust your body accordingly. Those are the fundamentals. And then really having a good strike and creating separation immediately is huge. Run principles, obviously be violent, stay heavy in your gap, keep your shoulder square to the line of scrimmage, always play behind the line of scrimmage. Stalemate is a loss for a defensive lineman, okay? You always want to be behind that line of scrimmage. Have good leverage on that blocker. That's what I was saying. You always want to be lower than him. All right. Have vision in the backfield, seeing kind of what's going on, and having great gap integrity. And then once you see ball declared, go attack, okay? And then pursue the ball. Take those. We don't do pursuit drill for no reason. Take those correct angles because anything could happen. You could run that thing down, strip it, and offense ball. You know what I mean? And do your job and only your job. And that's the main thing. Don't try to do someone else's job. There's 4 of you down. So each of you have a responsibility. Make sure that you're doing yours and yours alone. Okay, some hand fighting techniques. I like to teach the double swipe, single swipe, the little hammer, like people like to call it wax on, wax off, just for quick disengagement. Other things like do arm over, just to really get that edge and break with that inside arm so you can get that outside edge. Okay. So six tech, or 6-eye, whatever you think fits your defense. How we align to that is, we're going to usually align head up with the tight end if he's in line, even if he's offline most of the time. Okay. Same way I kind of described earlier, but you're going to be head up now. You're still responsible for that C gap, or you're going to be keying that tight end to see what he's doing. And if he releases, you're just immediately going to snap your head down to that tackle, using the same fundamentals as you in your stance as you would in the same keys. that near hip to your gap is what you're going to be looking at. And then if he's gone, you're going to look to that near hip of the tackle. And then obviously rush and fill gaps when needed. Okay. Here's a good example of one of my guys right here, number 92. Reading that tight end, he sees that he's coming down. Still looking at this tackle's hip, knowing that he has to squeeze that down because that's his gap. He needs to be in there. Squeezing it down, getting pressure, pushing off, coming flat down the line, coming and making a tackle for a 2-3 yard gain, which is really good for a defensive end that's supposed to be dug out by this tight end. Takes good initial steps. You can see there. Needs to probably take a longer second step just to get there, but good body positioning. Starts ripping through, doing a good job coming flat, and he makes the play. Okay. Another example here, 95 here. Sees he's reading his tight end here. He expands, thinking stretch, obviously, zone kind of play. Lets him go, gets back in that C gap, pushes it, notices it's a pass, gets there, affects him with that middle pressure as well, makes him roll out, throws it incomplete. So good pressure, good job reading his keys there, pushing that tight end out, being in that gap just in case there was some sort of stretch play out to that side and he'd be able to set the edge. But then that's a good job reverting back, seeing that it was a pass, getting that edge on the tackle, flushing, helping to flush that quarterback out of the pocket and creating a bad play. Another one right here, number 95, sees that his tight end goes away from him, little arc release here. He immediately flips his eyes to this tackle. Tackle's going down. He knows he needs to squeeze. He needs to get down there, get flat down the line, attack, sees the ball's coming to him, gets in the quarterback's face, affects the timing of the play, and he has to throw it out of bounds because he doesn't have enough time to set up. So that's a really good job seeing that tight end arc release going on a pass pattern and then seeing that tackle come down hard, filling that gap, coming flat down the line, attacking whatever protections in the backfield, and then going and getting a hand in the quarterback's face to obstruct his vision. Okay. Good job by him. Another one here, both of them, you look at both the ends right here. This is a goal line situation, so there's two tights. They're reading it. He's squeezing hard. You see that it's a zone play to this side. He splits it, gets rid of that tackle. Our other defensive end is just kind of squeezing flat down the line. That tight end's coming with him. As long as he's going with him, it's whatever. I'm okay with it. They both converge and make the play. They don't score a touchdown. That's great. You see how they're doing this right here. He immediately flips because he knows he has outside pressure out here. He's in a 6-eye. And we have an outside guy. It's obviously goal line. We want more people up on the line. So he's going to immediately just look at this tackle, start working, does his move, comes flat down the line, sees that the ball's handed off. He's there. You look at our other defensive end here. He also has pressure, but he sees that this tight end is trying to reach him. So he just pushes it upfield, stays flat. They converge and make the play. It's a great job by defensive end with tight ends on them and reacting to what they're seeing. That's a great job by them. Good fundamentals. So the 5-tech, again, keying that hip of the tackle. He doesn't have a tight end there. He's not going to look for that. He's solely looking at that tackle's hip to knee and reacting on what he's giving him. Obviously, going to want to squeeze down that C gap if tackle goes down and work outside if tackle comes to, trying to reach him. So keeping that edge, okay? It's good one right here, playing John Carroll. You see our defensive end right there, number 92. Tackle goes down hard, doesn't take the best first step, but is athletic enough to recover. Sees the quarterback setting up for a quick pass, gets in his face, creates a bad throw. And that, I mean, if it's a quick pass, you know you're probably not going to get there for a sack, but you definitely want to get there to try to affect the timing. And he does a great job doing that. Another one right here. Same guy, number 92. Watching him. Down here at the bottom of the screen right here. Yep. It's heavy zone, hard and out. Zone steps by the offensive line. They're trying to stretch him out, trying to move that pocket, okay? Does a good job stretching it out and then slipping in to create that force and contain, as he knows that the quarterback's all the way back here. He sees him back there, knows that they're trying to move this pocket. You know, just let that tackle go make the play, and start pushing it and collapsing that pocket. Meets him for a negative play. Which is a great job. He could have took a better angle right here. Once he got to this point, he should have probably started going a little bit more flat, and met him right around this area right there. But still a good job. This is when we played them, they were ranked number 10 in the country. So great job playing a really good team, getting negative yardage on that play. It was good. It's really good by him by stretching it out and then taking that back door and flushing that quarterback and making the play. One right here, playing John Carroll again. We played John Carroll. They were ranked, I think, number 8 in the country. It's our first game. So it was a difficult one. But looking 91 right here. Sees that tackle go down. He squeezes hard, coming flat down the line. There to make that play. Great job. I'm sure that quarterback, it's like, man, probably should have kept it. But does a good job squeezing, seeing his key, coming flat, and attacking when he sees ball declared. Great job by him. Another one right here. Look at 95 right there. This is Oshkosh. Played them. They're ranked 12th in the country. They ended up winning the conference. So, pretty good team. See this? He could have been a little tighter with that squeeze. But it was a good job seeing this, watching the play kind of unfold, and attacking down the line, making that play for a 2-yard gain. It's not bad. Again, his second step probably should have been a little more to his key. To squeeze it down, it would have been a lot faster. But still a good job. Still a really good job. And then a good job by everyone else kind of controlling their gaps, making sure that there's no place for that running back can hit and push it up the field quickly. And we're watching number 91 over here again against John Carroll. Good job. With the get off, it's a great get off. Starts working the extension, working that long arm. Comes underneath because he sees his 3-tech start pushing hard up the B gap. Okay? They're pushing hard, comes underneath, sees that open. It's an A now. Comes under, gets the sack. It's a great job. It's something that I like to teach. It's called a natural X. That when both of them are pushing upfield, especially if you have a 3-tech, he's pushing that B gap hard. The A gap's going to open up huge, okay? Because your nose is going to be in that other A. So if you guys are pushing hard, trying to collapse that pocket, that end should, most of the time, once he gets up to quarterback level, come underneath to that A gap. So that quarterback's going to step up. He's going to be there right for the sack, just like number 91 is here. It's a great job by him. Okay, so 3 technique. Again, 3-tech, he's going to be on that guard, looking at that hips, playing B-gap, responsible for B-gap. Hand placement would be the neck, outside shoulder, controlling the gap, okay? We're going to watch man right here, number 99. He does a good job right there with the initial steps. This is lacrosse, pretty good offensive line. Getting double teamed hard. That tackle's coming down on him hard. Controls the gap, pushes it a little bit. Notices that this fullback's coming to kick out and comes to him for some reason. Probably should have went through our linebacker. But sees that, starts pushing over to that A where the open A is, comes over, makes the tackle. It's a good job, especially with the double team. With a really good offensive lineman. These are really athletic offensive linemen. But doing that stalemate, collapsing the pocket a little bit, pushing it back. And then reading the backfield, getting off the block, making the tackle for a 2-3 yard gain. Pretty good by him. Okay, we're going to look at number 55 here. Great job with the get off. Good extension. It's a quicker pass. It's doing a really good job. If it was delayed a little more, if we were more in the middle of the field and they had more room to work, our secondary had more room to work, I think he would have got there. He's starting to work it right now, clearing his hips, getting there. I think he would have been right in his face. Definitely affecting the throw. Look at number 93 here. Look at number 93 here. Does a good job, sees the reach, stretching it out, gets rid of his guy, starts pushing that gap forward. And once he tries to cut back, he's there to help with that, force him to cut back, really. And then our defensive end on the other end makes the play coming flat down the line. That's what you wanted 3-tech to really do, is help force it back inside to the guys that are rallying. You're going to watch 55 here again. Good job. We had him stunting to the A gap. Nice step, pushing, works over to the center, gets off of it, gets in the face of the quarterback, affecting the throw, and it's a pick. So great job by him, affecting that timing, getting in the face of the quarterback. Wasn't a sack, but helped make that play. Good job with the technique and fundamentals right there. You're going to watch 93 right here again. Similar stunt that you just saw, going back to A-gap. Gets off of it. Again, forcing that ball to come out faster because he knows he's about to get sacked. Good job with the dip and rip right there underneath. Creating that pressure, forcing a bad throw. All right, nose. So this is our heavy shade. This is our 2Y, okay? He's going to be shaded on that guard, keying the guard to the center, okay? And then other positioning, this is our heavy shade on the center. This is how it would look right here. Same thing. Same gap responsibility. Now he's just keying the center solely. Okay. You're going to look at 93 right here, 55 right here. Does a little stunt. Great job clearing the hips, creating the extension. Good get off. Gets the hands off of him. He's there. He's bending the edge. He's running that hoop. Gets a sack. Great job by him. Number 55 is one of our better defensive linemen. He's a freak of a man. So good job by him. Good technique. Looking at 93 here. Again, does a little push-pull to him. He's in 2-eye right there, shading that guard, creating the extension, push-pull, gets in his face. Gets in his face. This is a pretty good quarterback. Completed that. But it's a good technique by him. Could have been a little quicker with it. It's a quick pass. Wasn't looking over there, I'll tell you that right now. But made him make a decision, got rid of it quick. It's a good play by the quarterback. Good play by our defensive lineman. Watch 7 here. Good job just clearing the hips. Good get off, clearing the hips is there. Gets in his face. Should have been a sack. Quick release, man. I don't know what to tell you. He did everything right there. That quarterback just got the ball off a little quick. You're watching 55 right there. Does a good job. Again, clearing the hips. Good get off. Good extension right there, clearing the hips. It's there for the play. Great job by him. Can't really run on him very much. He does a really good job exploding out of the stance, getting into the backfield, playing behind the line of scrimmage, and clearing his hips. Does a really good job with that as well. And you look at 93 right here. We had 3 down right there, 3 down front, had more secondary help. He's coming over to the weak side, defeating the double team. It's a good job defeating a double team, especially with 3 down. A lot of effort. And then you're going to watch number 55 here. This is exactly how you need to get off the ball. Got to push it back. He's pushing it back. He runs him right into the running back and helps create that play for a 0-yard gain. It's a great job. Pushed him back. The running back had nowhere to go but out to where everyone else was. That's a great job by him. So, again, like I said, my name is Drake Voris, defensive line coach, strength conditioning coach at University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. Cell number is right here, 614-402-9372. You can email me at dvoris@uwsp.edu. Hit me up on Twitter at Coach Voris _UWSP, or on Facebook, Instagram at Coach Drake Voris. I love to answer any questions that you have, or just make new connections. Thank you very much. This is our game schedule. If you guys are ever in Wisconsin, you want to come check out a game, here's when we're playing who on what dates, and home and away. I'd like to thank you for having me. It's a great opportunity to talk about some defensive line play and really give some exposure to UWSP.